Welcome to a 3v3 cast on SD Province. Starting off, we have zeetorq playing as the Mekboy, we have Floid playing as Ravna Alpha, we have Noisy on the Inquisitor. For red team, we have Dark Riku on that Warp Spider Exarch, we have Ace of Swords also on that Warp Spider Exarch, and we have Nurland on that Kommando Knob. Map will be SD Province. I don't know if I've already said that or not, but saying it again, we already have a bit of action anyway between Ace of Swords and Floid. Warp Spider are going to be poking down that Ravna Alpha with some Dire Avengers on the left hand side. We also have a little bit of action here. zeetorq already putting down a war banner behind this. The shot blocker is also putting down a secondary one with that Mekboy as well. Meanwhile, Ace is also fighting Floid in mid, trying to stop them from grouping up together. Banshees did take a little bit of damage, did back away. Banshees though making their way back in. Warp Spider will need to be a bit careful here. He's taking a lot of damage. Does back away. Homogon's also backing away, and zeetorq is coming over to help out Floid here. And Floid and zeetorq together will be able to force away Ace of Swords. Meanwhile, Riku might try and go in for the cap on the VP here, while they're getting chased away in mid. We also have some warbands getting built over here by Nurland, and with the Frazzle activated, we see him actually going to go in here. Kommando Knob is going to be leading the charge here with a stun bomb on some guardsmen. Deployable cover was trying to get used here to get these guardsmen behind cover, but the Kommando Knob actually landing a stun bomb on both guardsmen squads, and he only needs to land that stun on at least one model to stun the entire squad. There's going to be a dead guardsman squad here for Noisy. A lot of damage onto that guardsman squad. Will be able to get away there with 19 HP. The Holy Brazier though doing a lot of work here for the Inquisitor. Already going to be forcing away a Slugger squad and a Shooter Boy squad, taking some models there as well, and they stun onto that Kommando Knob as well. Holy Brazier doing 50 power melee damage, extremely effective against most types of infantry, and also doing bonus damage to heavy infantry and commander armor, I believe. But the Inquisitor will get forced away overall, and Noisy will be able to get all of his units out. So they did have both his guardsmen live, even though that guardsman squad was extremely low to get away with 19 HP. And we do have Riku going to occupy this building here. Now there's a dead Warp Spider, it should be. Warriors leaping into combat. We also have guided weapons team setting up in this little bunker here. We also have Ace of Swords coming in from the right hand side as well. But as Orc Tyranid blob might be a bit too much for both of them to handle. Banshee's going to be going in here. There's no melee. However, Floid has actually put all of his units inside his tunnel. Some sluggers are going to come in though, and they will try and fight the Banshees. Floid exiting the tunnel though to give some support. Ace going to get a res onto Riku as well. Rangers and Dire Avengers are going to be the next target for these warriors as well. And guided weapons team doing a little bit of work from inside that building. Rangers going to set up kinetic pulse on cooldown, was used earlier. Warriors going to be forced away the Dire Avengers, and Rangers though, Rangers are a model down as well, but as long as they're on two models will be fine. This Warp Spider here for Ace though, again very low, will actually go down. Warriors will leap in onto him, but Riku did get resurrected here. Riku will need to teleport away though, does have enough energy to teleport away, and he does teleport away here. He needs to retreat though, and retreats way too late, and both Warp Spiders are going to be down for the count right now. We do have some Flamers on Noisy's guardsmen, Flamers on both of the guardsmen as well. Actually, Flamers very effective against Orcs. You need to be careful of sluggers tying up your guardsmen, since Flamers are fairly short range. Guardsmen behind them being covered, their last guns will still fire, but the Flamer models won't. But the Shooter's doing a lot of damage. We have the Inquisitor coming in here, does have the Rosarius with the energy shield, giving her a lot of tankiness as well, but does mean that she can't use as many abilities as she wants to. But allows her to get into melee combat here without taking any health or damage whatsoever, just a little bit lower on energy. And Floid is also coming in at the same time. Looters are set up. Homogons might be able to interrupt these looters, since looters are focusing down guardsmen right now. In fact, the Inquisitor looks like it's going to flank the looters instead. Meanwhile, Homogon's trying to chase away, do back away very early there. And this could be a power bash coming in here from Noisy and Floid. Howling Banshees though coming in here for Ace, taking some damage from the Holy Pie that was left on the ground. Knob could actually land a stun bomb here. I'm pretty sure he does have a stun bomb, or if he does, it's on a short bit of cooldown right now. Definitely has the energy for it. The Lucer's going to be resetting up. Guardsman going to be entering a building here. Needs to be careful that Nurland doesn't get any stick bombs. More guardsmen going to be entering buildings here. They have almost no health whatsoever. In fact, shuriken pistols on the Banshees should be able to finish them off inside this building. They can't tell how much health they've got. They're actually backing away, only to be met by an artillery shell from Noisy. Actually, he may have killed his own guardsman there with an artillery shell. Meanwhile, on the left hand side, Riku set up with some energy shields, and the guarding weapons team does need to be careful that the Mekboy doesn't teleport to flank this guarding weapons team. VP remains neutral for now. And Noisy going to be replacing that guardsman squad that he did lose. 464 VPs, 418 so far, fairly even game, and players are starting to tech up to tier 2 now. zeetorq and Ace of Swords going to be the first two to tech up, and we will soon see other players follow suit fairly soon. Nurland is going to be moving up as well, going to try and take away this power node from Noisy with his replaced guardsmen here. No upgrades on them yet, no sergeant, no flamers. Could see those upgrades on them once again like we saw on the original squad. Ace of Swords making his way over to the left hand side now, to Riku's side, going to try and double zeetorq. Floid is also in position here and has been making a lot of tunnels here with his Ravender Alpha, just giving that extra mobility as well for his army. Slugger's going to be coming in from left hand side. Could see a grenade actually thrown by these Dire Avengers. Dire Avengers though actually just going to go down completely here. Sluggers with a single melee hit, going to be enough to actually finish him off. Homgon's leaping over this little structure here, going to be tying up that guided weapons team along the Mekboy, teleporting in. That guided weapons team is trying to move away here, but again leaps on by the warriors. The retinue for that shuriken catapult will need to be a bit careful here. But Banshees coming in for some support. Banshees with their power melee going to be doing bonus damage to these warriors. One model down, a second model is going to go down. In fact, the squad might actually go down altogether. Grenade is getting thrown on retreat, but it will be enough to actually finish off these warriors. Banshees also back up so they don't lose any models either, and that is going to be a very nice wipe there for red team. And War Banner's also going to be going down. They were behind some shot blockers, but red team are able to actually access them. We actually have a Warp Spider call in here from either Riku or Ace. Going to be a Warp Spider call in here from Ace, as both players, in fact all three players, are pushing together to bash Power Nurland, or actually making his way over to the left hand side here to actually help out with the bash with his Flamer Sluggers, and his Shooter Boys upgraded with the big shooters and Shooter Nub. And zeetorq is going to come in. We have some stick bombers as well from zeetorq. Floid coming in from the right hand side. Termagants will need to be a bit careful. Humgons also need to be careful, no longer having that basic synapse buff from the warriors, since it did go down in the previous engagement. Does actually replace the warriors, in fact. They must be in the tunnels. Just saw them exit the tunnels as well. Gene Steel is going to be the next purchase here for Floid. Noisy, last person to tech up to tier 2. Warp Spiders for Ace, and we have stick bombs for zeetorq, and so far no one else has anything tier 2 just yet. We also have a dead Ravner Alpha, and mid rangers must have sniped him earlier, since he was trying to cap that center requisition point. Noisy is on his way towards mid. Noisy says that he will try and get him. I'm not 100% sure if Noisy can, since Ace is also mid, along with Nurland coming in here with the double shooters. And Inquisitor though, with the Rosarius, extremely tanky rangers with the point blank kinetic pulse, is going to be enough to knock away Guardsman, but the Inquisitor is not knocked over. But wow. Look at all those dead guardsmen there from that plasma grenade from Dire Avengers. Going to be forcing them away. The Inquisitor though, very tanky with that Rosarius, just means that she can't use any abilities when all her energy gets drained, but she does a lot of damage in melee with that Holy Brazier anyway. Warp Spider hit for Riku, will need to teleport away though. Getting absolutely jumped on by some warriors with the Adrenal Glands upgrade. Warp Spider still in melee combat. Doesn't move slightly now, fighting Gene Stealers. Gene Stealers will land a special, and that is going to be a dead Warp Spider. Ace of Swords though has his Warp Spider in the area, and the K-Nub is also in the area as well for some easy resurrection. Dark Riku though coming in here with a Falcon, we're going to force zeetorq away. Floyd is also on this side. Stun bombs can actually stun vehicles, so zeetorq might actually look into doing something like that. Warp Spider's coming in here for Ace as well, fully upgraded with an Exarch, and the aspect of the Warp Spider. The aspect of the Warp Spider grants haywire grenades and also buffs the Exarch as well. Instead of giving him a single Death Gauge spinner, gives him a dual Death Gauge spinner. I believe that's actually what the weapon is, a dual Death spinner, yep. And also gives him power blades as well, so he does power melee instead of regular melee. Riku's Warp Spider back alive, will actually get forced away. Will actually die somehow. Must have died to some damage over time. I'm not actually sure what killed him, but he will go down once again. There'll be some more XP though for Ace or Nurland, depending on who gets resurrection on him. Ace's Warp Spider already level 5 though, doing a lot of work throughout this game. Looter's going to be setting up. Inquisitor needs to be very careful here. Should have maybe done the stun onto the lead Looter model. Doing the Holy Brazier. She took a lot of damage though, casting that. Looters actually do the most damage point blank compared to other setup teams as far as I'm aware, and Death Dread landing that sync kill on the Inquisitor, then tosses her aside. Very harsh. Gene Stealers here for Floyd, going to be forcing off Ace's Banshees. We also have the Beamy Death Gun upgrade onto the Mekboy. This is in reaction to the Falcon on the enemy team. We also have the Acid Splatter, not the Acid Splatter, the Corrosive Durara. Next again is mixed up, very effective against heavy infantry targets, also effective against vehicles with the ability which actually boosts its damage to vehicles by 250%. Normally it does do plasma damage, so plasma damage only does about 20%, but then you can boost it by quite a bit and actually do a lot of damage to vehicles. Shooters though pushing in, Homogons trying to come in from the side with some Gene Stealers and Warriors, but Gene Stealers are going to be forced away Warriors, and Homogons will be pulling off. Guardian Weapons team though suppressing all these shooter boys here, and an auto drop is going to come in, not sure from who. I'm going to assume it's from Ace, just because, actually it's going to be from Riku. I thought that might have been Ace, just because Ace actually has less red, but then it's not going to be that. We also see the Executioner weapon going to be coming in straight away here for this Autark for Riku, making the hurt very effective in melee combat, upgrading her power melee damage from 35 to 65, I think it is. Yep, 65. Gives her a very nice boost in damage. And some Stormtroopers here for Noisy. So far, doesn't actually have any AV right now. Actually, he's repurchased his Inquisitor's weapon. He's gone for the Inferno Pistol, very effective against vehicles. Trapped effective against all kinds of targets. It is Melter damage. Melter is effective against all. We also have Ace's Warp Spider teleporting out of danger. Was trying to melee down some term guns, but is very low right now. He's coming in with his own Banshees though, getting hit by crippling poison. Warp Spider will need to be careful. As the Gene Stealers come in, we do see him teleport away Banshees, and his Warp Spiders will need to be careful. We need to see a kinetic pulse to knock back these Gene Stealers perhaps. We'll see everyone just run into the Falcon or run away from them. Rangers though very far forward will be backing away. Gene Stealers do get forced off, do lose a few models there as well. Falcon is pulling back along with Ace's units as well. Riku's Warp Spider also needs to be a little bit careful here, gained very low behind some green cover. Not him gained very low, but don't know what I meant when I said gained very low. He's not getting anywhere near low. Some stun bombs going to go down. He's trying to stun the Falcon so that he can actually kill it with the Mekboy's Beamy Death Gun. It was not successful there though. The stun bombs did miss, but do a lot of damage. In fact, the bouncy shield actually affecting his own teammate here. Floyd's actually having all his units knocked over. Guided Weapons team here though for Riku will need to go back to base, and we did see the entire power did get bashed here by Nurland. And that Death Dread also living as well does have a Judge put onto it as well, taking 1 damage per second for 60 seconds I believe, and also allows the Judgment ability where it does an explosion around the Dread or the Death Dread or the target that it's selected, although that does not go off. Some more Stormtroopers here for Noise. We could see this one upgrade to Melters, but he's actually upgrading to the Assault Kit. The Assault Kit Stormtroopers with their lowered cooldown, in fact no cooldown on their weapon, and having extra range, making very effective against Resist Nurland's army with the exception of the Death Dread. zeetorq and Floid though pushing together, going to tear down this center power node. The Autark here for Riku though could go down. Warriors going to try and switch target to her, not going to be in time. Shooter boys though doing a lot of damage. That Autark will go down, and that's going to be a very big loss there for Riku. Sub commanders are definitely worth having. That was 350 requisition, 150 red and 50 power going down there. Some stick bombs getting thrown over the wall here, but Ace actually moves forward as they get thrown, so very fortunately dodged for him. Shooter boys though dealing a lot of damage. Warp Spiders dealing a lot of damage themselves as well, but extremely fragile units. Noisy is coming in here, and I'm not sure if they know, but there are double Stormtroopers hidden here as well. Assault Kit Stormtroopers doing a lot of burst damage. We also have spotters here for Noisy. Could even see Noisy get a 3rd Stormtrooper squad, since he does do these mass Stormtrooper squad builds. I've seen him do it before. Mekboy has actually gone down here, could actually get resurrected by Floyd while they are pushing this far in. Noisy could also do the same thing. Looks like we have Hollowfield here. From these rangers they do have their Pathfinder gear. Sailed onto the Banshees with the Flame Guardsmen and Stormtroopers, going to be forcing them off to retreat instantly. Falcon needs to be careful, taking a lot of damage. We do have the engine shield. We also have a phase shift here, but I don't think anyone's got enough red for a nuke. Dark Riku actually does have enough for a nuke. We also see Noisy. It looks like he's trying to retreat but can't while he's currently phase shifted. Phase shift was actually changed, so if you did try to nuke it, it might not be as effective. Phase shifted units actually do have 40% resistance to damage for some time after they actually get phase shifted. So you can't really phase shift an Eldritch as effectively as you could in the previous patch, and that Warp Spider will be going down there for Ace. Level 7 Warp Spider, in fact, he's done a lot of work this game, but Riku very close to Ace, and Ace being very close to Red Team's bases, should be able to get rezzed up fairly easily. That beaming Mekboy trying to do what he can, is in range of the Falcon, but there is this crate shot blocker here, so he's unable to actually do anything about it just yet. And we have Nurland pushing through mid with a looted tank as well. Noisy did lose his spotters in that engagement by the looks of things. He's also taking up to tier 3, so we could actually see him get a Leman Russ of his own and try and fight the looted tank. Leman, supported by a double guardsman, will be incredibly strong here. The looted tank has been judged here by the Inquisitor, but the Inquisitor will get forced away here. Death Dread going to go in, and Guardsman also going to be forced to retreat away. Death Dread level 2 doing a lot of work this game. Doesn't seem to know what target it wants to hit, but some Stormtroopers though are still in the area but can't really do too much with their Assault Kit upgrade instead of having the Melter Kit upgrade. But the Assault Kit upgrade making them very effective against Nurland's shooter boys, who haven't given them a lot of range as well. Warp Spiders though for Ace doing a very nice job here, bleeding these Termagant models. Warp Spiders with a lot of damage, and that Fire Prism supporting him as well, going to be knocking back some Termagants and dealing a lot of damage. Actually going to be forcing the squad off. We have some Banshees here though. That could be a dead Homagant squad. That was a bit of a mistake there for Floyd to actually fight Ace's Banshees there, but it looks like they might live unless that Kommando Knob gets in range. Kommando Knob unable to get in range with his weapon will actually not be able to kill him. Looks like a Termagant squad did go down to some Warp Spiders. And that is going to be a stunned Falcon, although I don't think there's any AV in the area here for zeetorq. His Mekboy is currently dead and he was relying on that for AV. He does have a Commando squad available though, so we could actually see the Commando Knob for the Knob squad get purchased and maybe pop that Falcon. I also made a mistake there, I meant the Commando Knob for the Commando squad, not the Knob squad. Falcon though pushing forward. I'm not sure if Dark Riku is aware though of this Commando squad, although the Commando squad does have its work cut out for him since the Falcon does have an energy shield. As a dead Dire Avenger squad though, Riku accidentally exiting these Dire Avengers instead of having them go inside the Falcon will actually get them killed, and also the Warp Spider will go down and Steam. And resuming the cast, even though I'm set to offline mode on Steam, I still get disconnected from Steam and get disconnected from the game during a replay. But anyway, starting off, we have the Commandos here. Stealthy, they did just kill the Warp Spider of Riku. We still have that dead Mekboy over here, but Ace might try and go in for a resurrection here, but needs to be careful with these Commandos here. It doesn't look like they've been detected whatsoever, and Ace's Warp Spider isn't exactly healthy right now. Gene Steers though are actually going to be able to kill this looted tank on 9 HP. The looted tank might be able to carry on backing all the way. Capillary Tail going to get thrown down. Death Dredge, ooh wow, that looted tank though doing a lot of damage with just a single shot, but the Ravna Alpha here with the Devourer will actually be able to kill that looted tank. We also have the Leman Russ coming in here though. Commando Knob is also going to go down here for Nurland. Commando Knob's missile launcher does actually have a minimum range of 10, I believe, so you can't get too close to vehicles and fire. Ace also did lose his Warp Spider Exarch as well to the Commando squad as well, hanging around Dark Riku's body. Ace actually teleporting in onto well, looked like it was his own Eldritch Storm. He teleported in his Warp Spiders there to try and throw a haywire grenade presumably. But this Leman Russ though should go down. Banshees with the Executioner and a Death Dread. Death Dread will be the unit to pick up the kill. That's going to be a dead Guardsman squad here for Noisy as well. Rocks on retreat will be able to wipe that Guardsman squad as well. And he just eats a rock to the face. Noisy down to just double Stormtroopers and Guardsmen. Floyd also down quite a few units, down to just Homagants and Warriors. It's getting a Lictor though. And be interesting to see what he can do with this Lictor. And do you see that Dark Riku just picks up all his units inside this Falcon and decides to drive away his zeetorq. Doesn't actually have any AV other than his Commandos, but the Commandos are towards his power farm right now. In fact, the Commandos might actually be able to kill Ace's Fire Prism, or the Ravna Alpha here though, doing a decent amount of damage with Fire Prism, just backing away. Does actually have knockback on his weapon though, so it should be okay. Ace repurchasing his Warp Spider Exarch, could see him go get a res onto Riku since his is still down for the count right now. Inquisitor being very annoying here with that Melter Pistol, the Inferno Pistol. level 5 Inquisitor also has the Excruciators, giving you assailability, allowing you to snare a unit into place and also dealing damage to them at the same time as well. Commandos here for zeetorq going to get detected, going to be sent back to base here by Ace. That's Ravna Alpha. Also needs to be very careful as well. Shooter boys and stick bombers also need to be a bit careful. D cannon is set up and does actually have range of this victory point, which Riku is not in control of right now. zeetorq is just sitting here and defending it. Elixir though going to be jumping into Nurland's army. It's actually going to force these double shooter boys away. Elixir gain a couple of models here and also gain a little bit of XP. He really wants to level up that sub commander Lictor as well. Avatar though coming out here for Riku. Floid is also in the area, so Riku will need to be careful. He's pushing against 2 players right now. Noisy actually gain a 3rd Stormtrooper squad as well. Going to be a loss of ranged burst damage. Double Warp Spiders here. Riku gain resurrected here by Ace. Ace's Warp Spider down to half health. That Avatar has already taken a lot of damage. Look at the amount of damage though this Ravna Alpha is doing just by itself to the Avatar. The Avatar looked like it just missed its attack there. And do see some sluggers coming in as well. Swampum is activated. We do also have a singularity going to go down. It's actually going to catch out these sluggers, or definitely the slugger knob. Actually, only catch that one model. I'm quite surprised about that. I thought it would catch out the entire squad. Ace though coming in with his Warp Spiders and Banshees. The Avengers and Rangers also going to be coming in on these triple Stormtroopers though. Going to be doing so much damage. It's actually going to force Ace to back away here. Do see some suppression going to go down. Some phase shift action though. Hit is actually going to allow Ace to get all his units out without taking too much damage. We even have a flesh hook as well onto Ace's Warp Spider, but he's currently phase shifted and Ace will lose his Warp Spider here. And again, no Eldritch to follow that up. I don't think that we will see an Eldritch to follow up, but since it got nerfed, we do also have the Mekboy with that beamy death gun. It's actually going to be enough to snipe that Falcon. The D-Cannon squad will need to be careful. These stick bombers with 80 melee skill landing specials all the time if you let them get into melee combat. We also have the Lictor and the Ravna Alpha here. Warp Spider X are getting jumped on by that Lictor. Also getting specialed again, taking a decent amount of damage. Lictor does also have Flesh Hook available. And infiltration doesn't cost anything at all, but the Lictor actually jumps and actually does knock back friendly units for some reason. Never knew that. Double shooters pushing in here. Flamer Guardsmen, we need to be a bit careful. They really kind of stand up against these shooters, but we do actually have the triple Stormtroopers coming in through mid. Commandos here for Nurland will also be enough to get decap in mid. And Homguns and Warriors will need to be careful. The double Stormtroopers, or triple Stormtroopers even, going to be doing a lot of damage to these double shooters here. And I think that they should easily be able to win. We do actually have a boom shot though, going to be knocking back these Stormtroopers from the blue tank, which actually never realised it had that much range on the boom shot. Commando is also going to be coming in here as well. Could see a burner bomb. We see Love the Daka going to be knocking back those double Stormtroopers. Blue tank though does need to be careful. Ravna with the Corrosive Devourer and Warriors with their heavy melee weapons as well, since they do have that Adrenal Glands upgrade. Another Warp Spider Resurrection in mid here, this time for Ace. Ace coming back live. We also have the Avatar for Ace. I think Riku's Avatar just coming out of base once again. Did go back to base to heal up. Noisy will lose some Guardsmen here. Commander Nob still dead on the ground here for Nurland. Could see him get resurrected now that we've got 2 commanders here for Red Team. 282 VPs to 219 Warp Spiders teleporting in aggressively here, trying to get some models and also going to teleport in to get the cap as well. Elixir Alpha though, or not Elixir Alpha, but the Elixir, going to be jumping in, knocking those Warp Spiders off, and triple Stormtroopers coming in. They must know that those triple Stormtroopers are close, given that the Inquisitor was also there. Lehman Rust as well for Noisy. Once again, the previous Lehman Rust did go down to multiple sources of AV. Avatar here for Riku though, going to be fighting some sluggers in melee. Sluggers actually do okay against the Avatar in the sense that the slugger knob does a lot of power melee, which is very effective against the Avatar. We also have a Wailing Doom going to go down, going to catch out entire Floyd's army there, and a stun bomb to follow that up as well onto these Stormtroopers as well, going to do some nice damage there. We also have the Avatar going to be knocking back that Lictor. Lictor looked like he tried to jump out of there, but wasn't able to do so. Some commandos coming in. That Lehman does need to be a bit careful. Sluggers trying to get some repairs going down. Grenade actually getting thrown. Looked like it was getting thrown onto the Avatar. Wow, that damage from the commandos. And the Avatar at the same time going to be a lot of burst damage. We actually have Tyranids formation going to go down. That Lua tank needs to be careful. It's so low right now. Will go down. Barb Strangler, I'd imagine, doing a decent amount of damage. Commandos here getting assailed by the Inquisitor, where you can't actually see the effect go down for some reason. The Avatar gonna try and chase away. The Avatar though for Riku still alive, still fighting. It's just a one-man army right now. And zeetorq trying to fight the Avatar with stick bombers. Stick bombers not the most effective source of melee against an Avatar. We also have something here. The Inquisitor fighting some Sure Boys. I think the Sure Boys might be stuck on a capillary tab. I'm not too sure about that. But Ace making his way from mid now to the left hand side, the contested VP side. D-Cannon though for Riku still doing a decent amount of damage. In fact, is it leveled? It's level 2, nearly level 3. Ace going to be leading charge with some Banshees and an Avatar at the same time, but we also have a flank coming in from Noisy and Floid, so Ace will need to be very careful here. Banshee's going to tear down that wall banner. We have the Avatar on retreat. Could even see a Wailing Doom on retreat. In fact, we actually do see a Wailing Doom on retreat. Very nicely done, although that Shooter Boy Knob will be saving that Shooter Boy squad completely there. But the Carnifex with Barb Strangler is going to be coming in. Barb Strangler actually does do plasma cannon damage compared to Barb Strangler damage that Warriors do. And you can just see that two Warp Sweater models are going down at the same time. So that plasma cannon damage very effective against all kinds of targets, including vehicles as well. You do need to be careful of that. We do see all these Stormtroopers though backing away. Noisy actually has 4 Stormtroopers. In fact, that's an incredible amount of burst damage, and that the entire of his army can pretty much hide itself as well. Some guardsmen have been bought though to actually allow Noisy to repair that and repair the Leman Rust and support it. A phase shift here though from Ace will delay blue team. I'm not actually sure what the intention was. He's just been phase shifting the army quite a bit. Commander Knob did a lot of damage actually with that rocket launcher. Is a tier 3 war gear purchase for the Commander Knob. Does also have the ability in my crosshairs as well, which does about 100 damage, and also does a bit of splash damage. Noisy against the stealth his entire army. We have a sneaky set of Slugger Boys up in the top lane as well. Is that the Mega Rumbler? It is as well. The Mega Rumbler though is actually going to miss the D-Cannon. I believe that is or was his target. We actually have a Rocks here from zeetorq on top of that D-Cannon. That D-Cannon might go down if a rock does hit it. Did get knocked over by some stick bombers, and Avatar now has taken a decent amount of damage here. Stick bombers are trying to tie it up in melee. Where's zeetorq sluggers though? zeetorq ideally needs the sluggers to be fighting that in melee rather than having his stick bombers fight in melee. Love the DAC hit. It is getting used again. Singularity is going to go down. We'll catch out these commandos if not careful. I believe it will catch them out. As it lands directly on top of them, doing a lot of damage there. Bouncy shield on that Mekboy though, giving some damage resistance. Leman Rust for Noisy coming in. Ace going in for a fight here on the side with Floid. I'm not sure how well these Banshees can do against Homogons and Warriors. They are level 4, and Floyd's Warriors are level 3. Phase shift activated though is actually going to catch out some units and actually leave others. How did Homogons caught out but not the Warriors is very surprising here. It's actually going to allow him to win the fight, but the assail here for Noisy is actually going to save Floyd's Warriors. Very nice save there for Noisy. That his Leman though taking a decent chunk of damage though from D-Cannon. Looks like Nurland was able to take down the entire generator farm. Still needs to recapture his natural though, because he's actually not capturing it this second. Avatar for Ace coming back into combat. Dark Riku's Avatar I believe is in base right now. Actually no, it's very far forward. Might need to go to base soon. Is half health. And Noise being very annoying here with his Inquisitor level 6. Does have that Rosarius activated. No longer activated though. He's taking a bit too much damage. And Shimmer Orb for Riku. Going to make it a very easy cap for him, since it makes him immune to all range damage outside of the bubble. Inquisitor will be able to get away here. And we still have, actually these are Commandos and Stormtroopers. So the Commandos can actually detect. So we'll need to be taking that in mind. This Avatar though for Riku will go down most certainly. It's very low right now at 800 health. Yep, this is definitely going to go down. Slugger Knob should be able to finish off. We'll kill the Mekboy though before going down. It really wants to try and live though. And we have Ace coming in with his Avatar as well. His Avatar is actually half health. Doesn't need to be a bit careful in fact. Commandos though doing a good job against some more Commandos. And Eldritch on top of Noisy's Leman Rust here. I don't think it's actually going to be enough Leman. It looks like it's going to be able to back away. It is stunned though from the Leman, but we'll be able to live. Red team though having to back all the way off though. And Commandos and Warp Spider also backing off. Homogon's coming in here though. I don't know what the Homagons are going to be able to fight. They're actually going to get vision here for the surrounded formation, which are going to land straight onto the D cannon in the center. Homagons will probably need to back off. Banshees though on a retreat path. Banshees will actually get forced away here for Ace. Homagons from Floid will probably need to back away as well. Stick Bomb's going to come in, trying to force melee onto Riku's Warp Spider. Needs to be careful because they can definitely land a special here with their 80 melee skill, although Riku is level 9, so Riku does actually have high melee skill from leveling up as well. D-Cannon still alive here. Warriors actually jumping onto the Falcon. Falcon's going to be a bit too tanky though for them to actually take down by themselves with just 2 models. Dire Avengers here for Ace. Needs to also be careful, do retreat away in time though. Whereas trying to jump on this Falcon, they do need to back away. The Falcon's actually running over a load of terrain and batteries. In fact, it might be a bit stuck, but the Falcon able to just fire as per usual in melee combat. The Warp Spider just walking very slowly there for some reason. And some spawn mines, presumably from the Barb Strangler Carnifex of Floid, just going to get destroyed here. We also have a second Barb Strangler Carnifex defending the natural VP here against these double commandos by the looks of things. Some more spawn mines going to be coming out here from that Barb Strangler Carnifex. Warp Spiders will need to be careful that they don't get hit by that Barb Strangler. Haywire Grenade though, that is going to be a dead Ravna Alpha though. I'm not sure what he's doing that low, but we do have Ace coming in with an avatar. We have another avatar here for Riku as well. All the avatars in the field. Kommando is going to try and do what they can against this Carnifex, but I'm not actually sure. They do have triple rocket launches, but everyone's getting a little bit too close. The Kommando was trying to melee down the Carnifex instead of going in range. That's not really working out for him. Ace's avatar though very far forward. Where is Riku's avatar? Riku's avatar is coming in, is actually fighting some shooters to decide. Double Lehman Russ here though for Noisy, supported by a single squad of guardsmen and also by other units on the field as well though. All repair support from zeetorq is backed away. The double avatar, one avatar is actually backing away here for Ace. Riku's avatar is going in further. We do have an Eldritch going to go down, so actually going to miss. I don't think he'll catch out Lehman. It will do a little bit of damage from Lehman. One of the Lehmans though actually retreats through it after taking some damage from the avatar. Now is actually going to be stunned in place while the avatar tries to do what it can with a second Eldritch to actually follow up the initial Eldritch as well. I feel bad for Noisy right now, getting moved twice in a row just for that one Lehman. And we do actually have a battle wagon coming out here for Nurland as well. Very nice choice. Loot tank is here as well for zeetorq. The avatar for Riku is going to get forced away. 182 VPs to 71. D-Cannons have been doing a lot of work for Riku and Ace this game. In fact, I'm surprised that D-Cannon is still level 2, but I think that's a different one from the one that he had earlier. Singularity going to go down here. It's going to catch out Noisy Stormtroopers here as he tried to sneak them in. Dire Avengers also detecting Stormtroopers since they do have a Warlock leading them. In fact, Noise is going to lose a Stormtrooper squad here. Don't think he realised they were getting detected. The Inquisitors also needs to be a bit careful as well. Webway Gate here though. Some Banshees are going to be exited. Shootboys did try to take it out, but the gate does live with 42 HP. Stick Bomb's going to get some stun bombs onto these Banshees, catching out 2 models here, and Banshees will be forced to retreat away. In fact, Banshees might go down altogether, but the Battle Wagon is coming in as well. And the tanks will need to make a focus on it. It does look like that's a Vanquisher cannon on that Lehman, so it'll be very effective against it. Although the Avatar is here, and the Barb Strangler Carnifex is also joining the fray. Some Commandos coming in here for Nurland as well as a source of AV and source of piercing damage as well, effective against infantry. Mekboy is actually going to be teleporting away. Needs to make sure to try and focus down the Avatar, but the Avatar looks like it's going to go after the Mekboy. The Loot Tank going to get some shots in. Lehman also needs to get some shots in. Carnifex does also need to get some shots in. Where is this Avatar going, and where is the Mekboy not facing the correct way here? Warp Spiders though, they have got the energy regen from the gate. That's actually a very nice use of it. Will actually land a Haywire Grenade onto this Lehman here, followed up by, wow, the amounts of damage. This Lehman though, very low, will be able to live. Mekboy is actually facing the correct way. That Wailing Doom was not enough to kill that Lehman. Lehman's actually going to show rear armor. The Avatar getting very close to hitting it. Wasn't actually able to hit it. The Avatar is forced to back away. That Vanquisher cannon cannot turn around quick enough apparently. The Avatar here could go down. The zeetorq should be able to teleport to reset up in the correct direction that he wants to, and this Avatar I would imagine is going to go down. 200 HP, 40 HP will go down from that Loot Tank of zeetorq, but the VP still belongs to red team, and they do have that Battle Wagon on the field along with some D cannons to actually get the units off with some singularities. 137 VPs to 71. Gene Stealer is going to be coming out for Floid here. And a webway gate will get detected by Noisy. I'm not sure if he's going to reveal his stormtroopers though. Mekboy teleports forward though. Will needs to be very careful here. He's very low right now. zeetorq going to be leading charge in. Ace coming in from the right hand side. Floid will also needs to be careful. Wagon sitting here as well. Commando's actually getting stunned or assailed here by the Inquisitor. Double singularity going to go down. Commando's forced off. Singularities will miss as zeetorq pushes in very far forward here. The loot tank not actually firing at anything though. Barb Strangle clown effects coming in. Tyranids formation going to go down once again. Looks like that Flex is going to try and melee down this Falcon, but we'll get kited away. D-cannon though, going to get hit and taking a lot of damage. Floyd did actually go down the last cannon though. For Noisy going to be doing a lot of damage to this Orc Battle Wagon though. Taking a lot of damage. Lehman Russ as well. For Noisy going to be pushing in forward. Barb Strangle Khan effects could also try and land a shot here. Haywire Grenade is available forward as Wolf Spider as well. Could see it get used on either the Lua Tank or the Lehman. Looks like it's going to be the Lua Tank. Battle Wagon is out of control now, will crash. Avatar still up here for Riku as well. Warriors coming in for a flank. Floyd coming in for a flank in fact. Wolf Spiders will get forced away. Do actually purchase an Exarch. We're able to land a Haywire Grenade. It's a Lua Tank, not able to do enough damage. And all this melee now against Floyd. We also have the Lictor here from Floyd. Actually going to be landing a decap onto mid. Floyd going to be backing away his arm. We have the Rocks coming in as well. It's actually going to do a lot of damage. Sluggers will live. The Stormtroopers will also manage to avoid the nuke. The Barb Strangle Khan effects though will take a couple of rocks to the face. Ace coming in once again. Riku. Still got the Avatar on the field as well. Commandos for Nurland will also be backing away. Level 3 Commandos in fact. BP is trying to get capped here by zeetorq. Some stick bombs going to force away that Bright Lance weapons team. Avatar going to make its way onto the Capillary Towers. Barb Strangle Khan effects will land a perfect shot onto these Banshees though. And Corrosive Devourer from that Ravener Alpha will be able to pick away some models. Inquisitor coming in with that Melter Pistol as well to try and snipe a few models. Red team trying to recapture their VPs. zeetorq also has some commandos in the area. Lictor was forced off, barely surviving, 29 HP, level 2 as well. Wolf Spider does teleport in forward with the Shimmer Orb, very annoying ability. Allows them to take no range damage whatsoever. You actually have to go inside the circle to actually deal some damage towards him. Some stick bombs though will knock the Wolf Spider off the VP, but the VP has been neutralized. 91 VPs to 30. Noisy with that. Rosarius being extremely annoying here, but no melee weapons. Actually using the Inferno Pistol, which is the same as the default melee weapon, and she will go down to the Avatar here by the looks of things. In fact, very low. Mega Rumbler though for zeetorq coming in. It's going to stun vehicles and stun all the infantry in the area. The Avatar as well is even stunned. Falcon is stunned. Mega Rumbler, tier 3 Wargear. I believe it costs 70 power. It's very expensive. Bright Lance also getting flanked by that Lua Tank as well. Rock's going to go down. I think the Rock should have come down a bit earlier. Wow, now Eldritch going to absolutely destroy these level 4 sluggers here for zeetorq. Those Dire Avengers going absolutely minced as well. Avatar is going to make its way forward. These guardsmen don't really stand a chance against the Avatar. Lehman is also going to get Eldritch here. It looks like it's still stunned from something. The Lua Tank as well for zeetorq almost driving into it. We also have the Falcon going to use some soft AV D-cannon though, doing a lot of damage to that looted tank, well not that looted tank but that Lehman there. Avatar was going to pick away a guardsman model, and looks like red team will be able to push here. We have some spore mines here for blue team, but that's kind of all we have here from blue team at the moment, along with a couple of other units. But 91 VPs to 30 VPs. We have some knobs on the way for zeetorq. Noisy actually getting Chimera this late in the game is quite an interesting choice. And we have some units pushing their way to mid. That Lictor being very annoying. Actually getting a decap here. Red team going to be bleeding some VPs here to blue team. We actually have a Banewolf getting dropped in as well. 91 to 24. Red team really need to land a cap and actually balance it out. The Shooter Boys here reinforcing from the Falcon. Actually getting a forced off burner bomb from the Commandos. Going to be doing a lot of damage along with the Banewolf doing some AoE damage, although it's taking the same amount of damage from the Avatar, and the Falcon will go down extremely quickly. Wolf Spider 4 Riku will go in for a cap. 91 VPs to 11. Red team managed to neutralize the VPs here. Knobs coming in here. Avatar most likely will go down if it decides to remain in the fight. If it starts to back away now, it will live. Knobs actually taking a lot of damage. Blue team trying to desperately get some caps on mid to try and bleed red team with their VPs. They actually do land a decap here, at the same time as red team landing the cap onto the contested side. Blue team on 89 VPs, red team on 11. commandos getting assailed here by the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor, I don't think, can actually win this fight against sluggers and double commandos by herself, even though she is level 10. We also have a heal free strike onto some sluggers here. Sluggers are just going to have to just cap under this pressure. If they don't cap, then they risk losing the game. The Inquisitor though landing special onto the commando. She does actually have a higher melee skill. Given that she is level 10, you do get 1 melee skill per level, so I believe she has 79, so leveled commanders should actually land specials more often. But red team will force off blue team in mid. Some desperate capping going to go down here. The Mekboy with the beamy death gun here, actually teleporting in very aggressively, also has that bouncy shield activated. Commandos here for zeetorq will actually land a decap, 74 VPs to 1, that is a dead Dire Avenger squad. Warlock even dying as well. Ace's Banshee's getting pulled in onto that VP by a singularity. I believe that's friendly fire here from Riku rather than Alpha. Also going to try and attempt to go in, but I think he's going to take too much damage here. Does actually have the regenerates armor, which gives him an insane amount of health regen, but it's almost not enough really. In fact, he's so low, he's not going to land a cap in time, will go down. We also have blue team here with the licks again, a decap once again. Ace is coming in here. Actually no, he's retreating his warp spot. He doesn't, don't know if they actually know that there's a elixir here. We do have another battle wagon out for Nurland as well, but Nurland's army is getting forced off. Both the commandos and sluggers are getting forced off as well. And the decap in mid, as well as the decap over here, is going to be too much for red team to handle, and red team are going to lose the game. Blue team will be able to successfully force red team off by desperately getting in the decaps here, and blue team will be the winner.